So a common question I get asked is how I would put a taper into longer hair. So in this video, you're going to learn how I would put a skin taper into a scissor cut here. And the first step for me is I just use a number 2, closed. I don't use anything higher than a 2. And what I do is I create a scooping motion here. So the reason why I don't put a 3 or a 4 guard on this is because a 3 or a 4 guard almost gives you permission to go really, really flat and really, really tight with the guard. And that's not what I want to do. I want to build the shape out. So a 2 guard allows me to just come in and scoop out. Obviously you can do that with a 3 or a 4 guard as well, but a 2 guard just reminds me that I can't take this too short, too high. So it reminds me to make sure I've got this scooping motion correct, which is going to end up creating a length longer than a 2 because I'm scooping out. But that doesn't mean I want to use a longer guard than a 2. I want to keep using a 2 because it reminds me to go slow, move methodically through the taper and just take my time more than anything. I just generally don't feel like I need a 3 or a 4 ever. I'm going to go into the haircut now. Here's the scissor part that's been done, and I'm going to put a taper. Where's the hairline? So I'm going to put a taper around about up here. So number 2, find where the hairline is. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to 2 in. I'm going to scoop it out. So I've immediately already created a connection. I think it's a little bit too low, but it's already blended into the scissor cut for me. A little bit higher, scoop out. It's looking better, but I feel like I can take it higher still. And this scooping motion here, where I start to come out round about here, gives me this darkness. And this darkness is what's going to connect from the 2 length to the scissor cut. So this here is about the number 2, round about there. Because I go in, this is number 2, and here I'm scooping out. So the minute I start scooping is the minute this hair gets longer. And when this hair gets longer, it's starting to connect into this scissor cut. So I'm going to move this around, bring this around to the side. You can place your comb in to protect the length. A little bit higher. So now I've cleared the canvas, ready to put my taper in, and what I want to remember is we need a light part, we need a grey part, and we need a dark part. So I always consider my fades like white, grey and black. The problem I see most people is they take the white and the grey too close to where the scissor cut is, forgetting that we need a black zone as well. So what I like to remember is I'll keep a white zone, a grey zone and a black zone, which the black zone allows this weight line of the scissor cut to sit on top of, and it doesn't look too disconnected. It won't look too disconnected because we have a dark area underneath. If you take the white and the grey zone too high, this will look really, really heavy. Obviously this weight line is going to get softened out soon, but we're going to keep this area underneath this tone and this darkness. So I'm going to start the skin part now. First step will be the 0. Second step is the trimmer. Third step is the foil. Now I've completed the white area of my fade, which is, I consider that my foil to my 0. The next step I'm going to create is the grey area. So I go 0 open, no guard open, and I bring it up. Then I go halfway and I come down halfway between those two lines. Fully closed, and I'll just go on that bottom line now. My next step is the 1 guard open, and I'll come up the same distance on this line. You'll notice I'm not bringing my 1 open all the way up here. I'm coming just to here because I'm keeping that black zone. This is my grey zone, my white, my grey and my black. I want to keep that black zone in there. Same as when I did a 0, I go halfway and come down halfway. Then fully closed, and I'll just work this bottom line. Now, if I still see a line faintly under here, I can put the 0.5 guard on. I'll come halfway on the 0.5 guard and just nudge this line here. fully closed. So now we have the light, the grey, the dark. I feel like the dark area needs a little bit of work, so I can put the 1.5 guard on. And just like with the 0.5, I go halfway first, and then I'll just tap away any darkness in there. Close it up. It's looking pretty good. Now all I need to do is soften out this weight line with some scissor over comb and line him out. Start here. And remember, we've created a graduation here, so I don't just want to go in flat, because if I go in really flat, I'm going to take off too much weight and this dark area is going to get extended and this whole fade is going to look out of balance. So I need to remember, I need to continue to build this vertical shape outwards. So I tilt the scissor back, I'll tilt the comb backwards and cut hair. This is looking pretty good. If you want to, you can slice down the hair shaft. You can watch just little bits of hair falling out. That's removing weight from above. Now we're just going to need to line him out a little bit. I'll try it with the scissors first to make sure we're not going too short. That's nice and soft here with a scissor. And now we'll do one with a trimmer, just to see the difference. We have a little bit of a weight build up here, so we can nip that off lightly. Taking my time with it, not taking too much off too quick. That looks pretty good. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you got something from this. If there's any more tutorials you'd like to see, please do send me a message on Instagram at NaveShapes, and I'll either try and answer your question on the spot, or I'll make some content to help you out. Thank you for watching.